Inside the State House, the Illinois Senate passed its largest budget in state history, totaling over $53 billion in spending. News Channel 20's Carson Gordy joins us live at the state capitol with how lawmakers plan to pay for it. Carson?
To pay for the budget, Senate Democrats approved nearly $900 million in new taxes to balance it. The proposal would cap the amount of corporate tax deductions, reduce the amount of sales tax revenue that retail stores pocket, and increase the tax rate on video gaming and sports betting. Video gaming would see its tax rate go from 33% to 34%, and sports betting is currently taxed at 15%. But under this proposal, they would see their taxes increase from a range of 20% to 40%, depending on how much revenue is made. A Democratic senator called the budget balanced and fair.
It represents a statement of our shared priorities of passing a fiscally responsible package that educates and invests in educating our children, protecting our most vulnerable, keeping our communities safe, while investing in modernizing our infrastructure.
No Senate Republican voted in favor of the bill. They criticized Democrats for not reducing spending with federal COVID-19 funds expiring and approving around $1 billion in spending for health care and other services for migrants.
Should not be given to migrants and illegal immigrants. You could have balanced the budget in 5 minutes had you have just reduced that funding.
The budget is now getting sent over to the House of Representatives, and they will be in session on Tuesday. I'm Carson Gordy. Back to you.
Thanks, Carson. Coming up tonight on News Channel 20 at 6, see which programs will find their funding impacted.
Now inside the State House, from grocery stores to migrants, the state budget passed by Senate Democrats would have major impacts on funding.
News Channel 20's Carson Gordy joins us live at the state capitol with details. Carson?
The budget passed the Senate with 38 yeses and 21 noes, with 2 Democrats voting no, as well as every Republican. And it's going to cost over $53 billion, this budget, and it would mark the state's most expensive budget in state history. In the proposal, the statewide 1% grocery tax would be eliminated starting in 18 months. That revenue went solely to local governments. Local officials say this could cost towns millions of dollars a year in lost funding, including $4 million for Springfield. The state says local governments can impose their own 1% tax if they want. The proposal also increases grant funding to help fix the teacher shortage and increase state education funding by $350 million. This will help school districts switch over to evidence-based learning, which can help teach kids a different style of reading.
I hear a lot about some of the shortfalls of our budget. You know, it's not a perfect budget. I will tell you this. It is a good budget, and it is a good budget for education.
Republicans criticized the Democrats for approving around $1 billion in health care and other state services for migrants. Senate Minority Leader John Curran says Republicans push for private school tax credits for low-income students, property and estate tax relief, and better oversight over DCFS.
We're disappointed that these policies were given little consideration in the legislative and budget processes, and the governor's proposed budget, inflated with press release programs and non-citizen welfare spending, remains largely intact.
The budget proposal is now moving over to the House of Representatives, and that chamber is scheduled to meet this Tuesday. I'm Carson Gordy. Back to you.
Thanks, Carson. Now, the budget would go into effect on July 1st. Thanks for watching. Stick around by subscribing today and don't miss a single video.